Pyazi. My name is Chef Harpal Singh Sokhi and you're watching me cook Pyazi or onion fritters as they say. Okay. Now this Pyazi is very, very famous in West Bengal. I remember my childhood days where I spent, in West Bengal, a place called Kharagpur, which is famous for education and got the most famous institute, IIT. Okay. That's where I was born. And there, as a child, when we used to get some pocket money, friends would gather and have this Pyazi. Fantastic, I tell you. So I'm going to show you how to make that quickly. Lots of onion. The name as it says, okay? Roughly chopped onion, not finely. Some people slice onions and add. Some people chop it roughly, okay? What I'm going to do is chop it roughly. Roughly chop. That's what is required for this. Remove this bud of onions, little irritating, yeah? Sometimes bitter too. Now this is what roughly chop means to me, yeah? Sharp knife is what you require if you want to learn chopping skills. Okay, onions now all done. Onions here. Quickly all other ingredients. Red chili powder, 1 teaspoon. If you like it spicy, you can add more. Then comes turmeric, 1/4 teaspoon. Cumin powder, jeera powder, 1/2 teaspoon. Carom seeds, ajwain, 1/2 teaspoon. Salt to taste. Okay, that's very important. Now, I'm adding a small twist to this. Of course, coriander, 1 tablespoon. And I'm adding mint, around a heap full of this spoon, large spoon. That's what has gone in. And also a little bit of chaat masala to bring in the tang, 1 teaspoon of chaat masala. In goes the chaat masala. 6 tablespoons of, actually, if you look at this tablespoon, this is more. So I would say 8 tablespoons of gram flour. And if you require more, you can always add more. If you feel the batter is not good enough, it's not holding the onions together, you can always add more. I'm adding 2 tablespoons of rice flour to this also. And very little oil, 1 tablespoon. Water. Now water, don't add all the water at once. Mix the water because the onions would also leave water. So what I'm going to do is, mix this up and then a very Indian formula of using hand. And what you need to do is, you need to kind of put pressure and mash up so that the onions release the juice. That's what is important. And at the end, if you feel you still require some gram flour, you can add and some more water. The fun is only when you have the balance of onion and gram flour right. The holding capacity of the gram flour should be important. I think I'll add 2 more tablespoons of gram flour, make it to 10 so that the entire thing holds up nicely, yeah? Now this is something which holds up nicely. There you go. Now you see a lot of onions, gram flour just right for binding. This is ready. Let me wash my hands. Water, oil hot here, lower the temperature. Now the mixture is ready. Water dabbing in your palms and make nice round balls. Some people back in East also kind of make it little thin, okay? I'm making it this way. Now balls go into this. Nice. The Pyazis are really big like this, huh? Let me tell you this. That's very important. That's what I've seen. And in goes. Keep applying little water in your hand. At the same time, sometimes the shopkeepers also, the vendors actually mostly found on street vendors, this one. So the street vendors at times add cooking soda, make it loose so that when you have one, you feel full. But I like it nice and crisp. Hence I'm making it little hard and that's when you enjoy it, yeah. So here, in goes Fifth one. Now you need to half fry them, okay? The ones that I put before, I'll remove them on a tissue paper. They're not cooked. They're not cooked, okay? So you half fry them, remove them, and add the rest. All of them into the oil. This point of time, I'll increase the flame because I'm going to refry the whole thing up. But there's a trick to this. So let me just wash my hands and show you this. In the meanwhile, let them get half fried first. So the last two, okay, now these ones are also half fried. So in go they. Now I'm applying some oil on this wooden chopping board that I've got. Take this. Now this is what a Pyazi is all about. So keep this aside. Oil is getting hot. I've applied oil here on the basement, on the chopping board actually. So press it up nice and flat. Pyazi's onion fritters that you have. Now the beauty here is it's nice and sweet. The balance between gram flour and onion is very, very important. Most of the time what happens is the gram flour becomes too much and the onions actually are very less. The fun is when the onions are more and the gram flour is just about right holding the Pyazis. Isn't this interesting? Wow, look at this now. Beautiful. I'm absolutely enjoying them. What I'm going to do is the oil is hot. Now you cannot add all of them together. Fry them crisp. I'm going to fry them crisp, yeah? This helps in cooking right from inside. So when you have cooked in the first instant, it did not cook right from inside. I'll not add the rest. So at home, be careful, okay? Be careful because that's important. Otherwise, you'll find difficulty in, kind of moving your spoon, ladle. Wow, look at this, beautiful. Now, as they get fried, they start floating up, look at this. And it's easier to handle them. And it gets nice and crisp. You need to remember, control the temperature of oil. Now, you see all of them have started coming up. And you know that it's become nice and light and it's got cooked from within. Now, this one, look at this. Now, this one is done. Again, back to the tissue paper. Wow, look at this, beautiful. Quite a lot of onions. And that's what I like, you see. The onions need to be more than the gram flour. And that's when you enjoy this dish. Otherwise, you don't enjoy. You feel you're eating gram flour. And of course, too much of gram flour in your system is not so good. After you've taken one batch out, wait for about 2 minutes. Let the oil reheat. Most of the time, I hear this, Chef, I fried for the first time, it was nice and crisp. The second batch that I put, all the balls, the cheese balls or whatever pakoras you're making, they start disintegrating, absorb more oil. This is something which I hear. Allow the oil to reheat, increase the temperature, then add the rest. Here, now this one is quickly out, nice and crisp. Some chaat masala on top of this. I mean, of course, in East, they don't add this. But at home, if you have one, please add it. Mouth already watering. Mouth is already, see, too much of onion, sweet. Fantastic. Childhood memories all back. You need to just follow and cook the way I've done it.